Hello and welcome to the Humble Seer. So this is a Missing Doll 911 read, and we're going to talk about Amy Lynn Bradley. Amy Lynn Bradley was born May 12th of 1974. She disappeared on March the 12th of 1998 while on a cruise to the Caribbean. And she has never been seen again. So we're going to delve into this and help to get some closure for the family and the authorities. And I get that people might think that she was thrown overboard, but she was not. She is no longer with us, so she is deceased. But I get that she was used, okay? That she was used and she didn't die right away. It was like 3 to 5 days after she was taken, abducted, she passed. So we're going to, okay, I see the card. I'm not even going to, okay, it's more about the depiction, which is why I chose these cards. So we have ghosts. And you can see this person here, which would represent Amy, and then she goes up into the afterlife. But we see various figures around her. And she's this beautiful butterfly here. This is Amy here. This is Amy. Okay, but she, because she was a beautiful butterfly. But she's surrounded by these figures. And if you can see, all of these figures are men. And what I get is that, she was abducted by men and, assaulted and just all sorts of things that I'm just not really going to get into. But let's get a tarot card to lay the foundation of this read, and then we'll get into some other things. Yeah, I get that I get abduction. That's what I get. I get abduction. I get taken. We'll get more into it with the true crime cards. Okay, let's get that oracle or that tarot card. Okay, 9 of cups. Everything turned out well. Enjoy your success. Amy had just, I guess, graduated from university. I did a little reading on it. Not much at all. So she had her 9 of cups. She had obtained that, and she was going to be a successful person in the world, is what I get. Okay, let's go ahead and get. Yeah, she was a smart girl and was looking forward to her future. That somebody just decided to take. Well, it was somebody's, because the card that we have here shows that it was multiple people were involved. All right, let's go ahead and lay out 6 of these to start, okay? So we've got 1, 2. This is horrific. This one is horrific. I see her in a cage. The depravity that... Okay, let's keep going. Okay, legal proceedings. As I picked this up, I got that the person that took her, there were multiple people involved in this. It is something that's done. Okay, but the person that took her, they have some sort of legal case going on right now. They have a legal... Now, when I say right now, it is April of 2025, okay? So if somebody looks at this 2 years from now, that is when this person had a legal case. And the legal case was around fraud. Okay, we have caregiver. And I get this legal case is around a parent, a mother, okay? This is the person that's involved. The main character is what I'm getting that was involved in the abduction of her. Okay, we have alive. Even though I said she passed, this card is saying alive. What I get for this is that the people that committed this crime, for the most part, are alive. And they have done this multiple times, because the serial killer card for me is about, um, it is about this being a serial type of crime. So in other words, the people that involve themselves, they have done this. They're serial abductors, and ultimately taking of lives too. Okay, landfill. Because people would think that her body was thrown into the water, but it was not. She was taken, she was abducted and taken off of that ship, okay? And her body was disposed of, which would be like a landfill, because that landfill just is like, she was just thrown away like garbage, is what I'm getting. Okay, now we're going to pull a character card so we can tap into the character of the people involved here, okay? I just saw detective, and there's a detective that is like, he's like a dog with a bone. He's really, okay, let's pull 4 of these character cards, okay? To see what, whatever we can get from the card. It may not even be the character. It may be something on the card that I see that they're holding or whatever. Okay. Okay, we have lover. Oddly enough, okay, so what I was saying earlier about, these people that do this, it's like these people that are abducted, namely Amy Lynn Bradley, they are used. They're like toys for potential people. But these potential people have in their mind, they play games like, this is my lover. This Amy Lynn is, oh my goodness. Okay, but they lead very simple lives. These people, the people that took Amy, they live lives like this, like a farmer. They would be a janitor. They definitely would be a farmer. I'm seeing that. But they're stealth. And so their lifestyle, you're not really going to know, because it says master of stealth, shadow walker. Because that's what these people are. They're not out there like, hey, here I am. And they're strangers. They're always strangers. I get that they get on these boats, and these are the things that they do. And we just don't hear about it as often as we should. But that's not the only place that they get them. Okay, we're going to get some of these oracle cards, places, I curated these. I chose these cards for a reason. So let's get 6 of these. So we know that she was taken off of the boat. Okay, we know that. She was not thrown overboard or anything like that. She stayed alive for about 3 to 5 days. Okay. I'm going to take that because it fell out, but we won't include that as one of the 6. Okay. And there were multiple people. Good grief, these cards are, my goodness. There were multiple people involved, because we see that within this card here that we pulled from the unexplained deck. So, yeah, we know she's not with us any longer. All right, let's see what these cards want to tell us. Living room. She was in a home, but she was, I think I said she was in a cage, because that's what I see. And And what I get, oddly enough, is that the people that were going to use and abuse her, they would come into the room and they would see her in the cage because that was part of the excitement, which is crazy. Now there's bridges involved because she would have been driven over a bridge, and she was in the countryside. So it wasn't like she was out in the city where people could see her. Okay, scorching lands. I get that there was a fire. Okay, what I get is, and this is not, okay, this, she was like in a foreign land. Okay, she was not, she was on foreign land. She was taken to foreign land. And we have scorching land because I get there was a fire at this house. Okay, we have workspace. Somebody works or worked in an environment where there were just, it was like an assembly line. Not necessarily an environment like this. I get more of a literal assembly line. And I get this court card, like another card came in. I don't remember what it was. Let's see if we can. Legal proceedings and court. Let me pull that so you can actually see it. Bring it to the forefront. Okay, now this has come out twice. Now this one came out, I gave a message for when it came out the first time. But now combined, we have court case because something's going to come out of this. Something is going to come out of this. Okay, now we have within the vehicle. And I get that, you know, she was in a vehicle. Because people, again, they might think that she was thrown overboard, but she was not. So in closing, she's no longer with us. The people that committed this are still alive, and there's people around. But where would they be is the question. Let me pull a tarot card. Like, I want to know, they're like that farmland that I saw, they would be out there like that. But what I get is there's video of these people, and they're dark, you know, their skin is brown, and they could be Spanish. I just get brown skin. The emperor. Okay, the emperor, own your space in the world with confidence, authority. This keeps going back to legal proceedings, and I feel like there's going to be movement on this case. That's what I'm getting, because these cards are coming in. I mean, you know, court proceedings, legal proceedings, almost the same wording. Okay. And then we have the emperor, who is the judge. So what I get is there will be some movement in this. But you're looking for people, brown skin, not black, brown skin. And they were involved, and she was not thrown overboard. She was taken off the ship. I'm getting in like laundry bag, a laundry bag or something like that. She was drugged. Okay, that's it. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for stopping by the Humble Seer. As always, you take good care, and we'll talk soon. Bye.